Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us here for KREM 2 News First at 4. I'm Whitney Ward.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Mark Hanrahan. 3 days after the state named the Spokane Arena as a max COVID-19 vaccination site, we're finally starting to get some answers about how it's going to work.
So this week, our Amanda Rowley is pressing for answers to your questions about this site and how it's all going to work. She's joining us now live from the arena with new information. Hi, Amanda.
Good evening, Mark and Whitney. Yeah, we now know Chaz Health will be leading operations for the mass vaccination site here at the Spokane Arena. Now, its spokesperson told me today they are eager to get things up and running, but they still have a few more details they need to iron out. But here's what we were able to confirm so far today.
The Washington Department of Health expects mass vaccination sites like the Spokane Arena to open on Monday. But Chaz Health, which is leading operations at the arena, suggests it may open later in the week. When the site opens, people in Phase 1B Tier 1 will be able to get the vaccine. This group includes people over the age of 65 and people 50 and older who live in a multi-generational household. The site will be by appointment only. Chaz Health says vaccines will likely be administered indoors, not as a drive-through. It is still figuring out how eligible people can sign up for an appointment. They will announce this information later next week. While Chaz will be running operations at the site, it is working closely with the Spokane Regional Health District. The Washington National Guard will also be assisting with operations. The mass vaccination site is not the only opportunity to get vaccinated. The Department of Health encourages people who are eligible to contact a vaccine provider. You can find a list of those locations using the Phase Finder website. Keep in mind, though, you will need an appointment for the vaccine. The state says it may even take weeks before a vaccine or appointment is available in your area.
Now, Chaz Health says vaccine allocations are made at the state level, and it says appointments will be scheduled based on the available vaccine supply it receives from the state. Now, Chaz has also not yet been able to confirm which vaccine it will be getting, but we're going to continue tracking this information and find out how you will be able to register for this site. Reporting from the Spokane Arena, Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
Right now, there is still a drive-through COVID-19 testing site available at the Spokane Arena, also through Chaz, and testing will continue even when the max vaccination clinic opens up there as well. To get a test, you must be symptomatic or have had direct exposure to someone who has tested positive for the virus. Testing is open 7 days a week.
Well, it has now been 1 year since the first COVID-19 case was confirmed here in the U.S., and it also happened right here in Washington. Since then, there have been almost 4,000 lives lost statewide. Today, Governor Jay Inslee says there is still hope, though. The governor applauded the state for its progress on moving forward with distributing this vaccine. Washington is ranked 13th in the nation for number of vaccine doses that have been administered so far.
Because we need confidence in the next several months, which will be difficult months. We need to have confidence that we can reduce the loss of lives by doing things that are based on science and compassion for one another, and by putting a great value on the preservation of life.
Governor Inslee said in the past week there have been 16,000 doses of the vaccine distributed every day. In the last 25 hours, the number is expected to be up to 25,000. The state's goal is to be up to 45,000 doses each day. Statewide pharmacies are also rapidly distributing the vaccine. Costco will now be distributing it at more than 20 of its sites. Safeway also got more than 500 doses in its first day involved. You can check to see if you qualify for the vaccine. Just go to phasewa.org.
Today, in his first full day in office, President Joe Biden announced new executive action that he is taking to combat COVID-19. The deadly virus has claimed the lives of more than 400,000 Americans. President Biden is warning there will be dark days ahead this winter. Natalie Brand on Capitol Hill tonight, where more Biden cabinet nominees are now under consideration.
Good afternoon.
President Biden spent his first full day in office laser focused on the coronavirus pandemic. The president signed 10 executive orders.
This is a wartime undertaking. Today, I'm signing an executive action to use the Defense Production Act and all other available authorities to direct all federal agencies and private industry to accelerate the making of everything that's needed to protect, test, vaccinate, and take care of our people.
After his remarks, the president and Vice President Kamala Harris met with Dr. Anthony Fauci and his coronavirus team.
One of the things that we're going to do is to be completely transparent, open, and honest. If things go wrong, not point fingers, but to correct them.
Here on Capitol Hill, the newly Democratic Senate with a 50-50 split continued its work of considering the president's cabinet nominees.
At his Senate confirmation hearing, Transportation Secretary nominee Pete Buttigieg emphasized the importance of infrastructure in the fight against COVID-19.
Safety is the foundation of the department's mission, and that takes on new meaning amid this pandemic.
The bill is passed.
The House and Senate approved a legally required waiver to allow retired Army General Lloyd Austin to serve as Defense Secretary, even though he's been out of uniform less than the mandated 7 years. The Biden administration's first Senate-confirmed cabinet pick, Avril Haines, will be sworn in as the first woman to serve as Director of National Intelligence. The White House confirms President Biden plans to ask Trump appointee Christopher Wray to stay on as FBI Director. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell has presented a proposal to Majority Leader Chuck Schumer to delay the start of former President Trump's impeachment trial until February. It is still unclear when House Speaker Nancy Pelosi will send the articles of impeachment over to the Senate. Let's talk weather. It has been a chilly and dry week, but that is all about to change. There was snow in the forecast for the first time this month. That sounds wild to say in the month of January. Meteorologist Thomas Patrick joining us now. And Thomas, what are we expecting?
Yeah, well, we've had snow in droves the previous 3 months, so to have 1 month of no snow is just an anomaly to this point. But as for those snow chances this weekend, but the very end of the weekend is when those snow chances do come into play. So enjoy the sunshine as we have it. Again, kind of just hanging over my left shoulder before sunset as of right now. Partly cloudy, mostly cloudy skies is what we'll call it right now. There is some snow over some higher elevations over portions of North Idaho, especially near the Palouse, but I looked at the traffic cameras in this area, and anything hitting the ground is pretty much just rain, or if it's snow, it's hitting the ground and melting instantly. There has been no snow accumulations reported at all, even down on the Palouse, even though we are seeing some radar returns at this moment. I think that's any kind of rain or precipitation otherwise probably done by 9 or 10 o'clock this evening. Will be set for a dry and very sunny day for tomorrow, but temperatures will still hang out in the mid-30s for the most part. But things start to get a little bit cooler in those days ahead. I'll show you how low those low temperatures will go, how cold the wind chills will be, and yes, we're timing out that next snowy weather system for the inland Northwest in my full forecast in just a few minutes.